Guys, it was an emergency. I had to order more plants. But let me explain, please, please, please. Before you judge me, let me explain. Hello everybody and welcome back to Plantivalo with another plant unboxing. I promise I don't have a problem, and if I do, I don't care.
She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Now come on now.
So it was one of those nights. I was researching some plants and then I stumbled upon the plant family Ipomoea, and then I discovered Ipomoea platensis, and it's supposed to form a caudex really fast. It is supposed to be not fussy at all, grow really fast, produce those beautiful pink magenta flowers. It has beautiful foliage, and then I thought, okay, wow, I need this plant in my life. But as with most plants that I find very interesting, they are for some reason really rare and hard to get, especially in Germany. Don't ask me why. And there was one shop somewhere in the east of Europe where you could buy this plant, but you had to spend over 100 euros, which is a lot. And this was the only shop that had this plant. And if you watched the other unboxing video from Cactus-online, I really liked this shop, so I subscribed to their newsletter. One day I got a newsletter that the lady in charge of this shop put some new plants in the shop, and then I took a look and there it was, Ipomoea platensis. And of course I had to place an order. And was it above 100 euros? Yes, it was. Could I have ordered in the other shop? Yes, I could have.
Wait a damn minute. What?
But I decided to place my order with this shop because I had a really pleasant experience the first time, so I thought I wanted to support this shop further, and so I did. And you know how it is. If you have a wishlist plant and you find it in one of those shops, you don't buy just one plant. You splurge on a lot of plants because you want to make most out of the shipping costs. And yeah, because the postal charges, so shipping costs were 14 euros and 32 cents. It says on the box. It's not incredibly cheap, but it comes also somewhere from the east of, oh, it comes from Bulgaria, it says on the package. So that's fine. It got here really fast this time. And the first time it was not the problem of the shop, but from the shippers. Really liked the shop. So yeah, let's dive right in and see what plants I got. So I am really confused by the size of this box. I didn't order too many plants, but I expected the box to be a little bit bigger. But let's find out together how big the plants really are at the end. This time I was a little bit smarter than last time. I took some screenshots from the listings online before they got taken off. When you order plants at this website, you will get the exact same plants, so what you see is what you get, and of course the listings will be removed after you place your order. So it makes sense to take some pictures if you want to compare what you get at the end, or if you just want to make a video and show your viewers what you got. So I again have a really nice list included to be reminded what I got, which is really helpful, and you also get little pictures from the listings you bought, which is really nice. So even if you forget to take screenshots, it's fine because you will get a nice list. So, I'm so excited. Let's begin with some smaller things. This time I don't think it's scented toilet paper, it's normal toilet paper. The scented toilet paper was also fine, no complaints from my side. This is a Haworthia, of course. As you might know, I'm obsessed with Haworthias. And this one was really cheap, which surprised me quite a bit because it's a variegated form. This cutie is called Haworthia Magic Thorn Variegated, and it looks just amazing. It has those translucent tops of the leaves, and they have these teeth looking structures on the leaf margins, and on top of that it's variegated, so it's really, really beautiful. I just lost the leaf, but that's fine. It is looking really healthy, really plump. It didn't even dry out. It doesn't have too much roots, but some nice healthy roots, so I'm fine with that. And plant is looking really, really nice overall. So I'm liking what I'm seeing. And this was just 12 euros. So yeah, really, really nice deal. Let's continue with another small plant. I think I know what this is. So this is Grenovia diplocycla variegated, and this is a plant that was on my wish list for a long time because it looks really, really interesting during dry summer rest. I'm pretty sure you saw some pictures of this plant, which is usually not variegated, in the summer rest because it forms a beautiful closed rosette which resembles a closed rosebud. I think you can see it a little bit here. It's starting to form this closed up rosebud when it is a little bit desiccated, and I thought that especially the variegated plant looked really, really nice, and I'm really excited to see this completely closed rosette which really looks like a rosebud. And yeah, it looks just really beautiful, and during the winter when it's their active growth season, it just looks like an Echeveria or yeah, some type of other succulent. So pretty basic, I would say, but during the summer it looks really interesting and nice. And yeah, this was just 4 euros, so a no-brainer for me. And it already forms 2 pups. Really excited to grow it. And for 4 euros, I'm pretty impressed, and nice addition to my collection. Let's move on with a slightly bigger package. Ooh, yes, okay. This is another plant that was on my wish list. Maybe I have to publish my wish list at some point, so you will believe that it is really on my list and that I'm not just saying it. But yeah, it's a very long list and I'm not ashamed of it. Oh, scented toilet paper is back. So this is Crassula sarcocaulis subspecies rupicola. And this is a Crassula which you can use really, really nicely for bonsais. Right now it looks a little bit like thyme, which is really interesting. And this subspecies rupicola is supposed to form even more bushier plants. It has smaller leaves and is even more suited to be used as a bonsai, which I really, really love. You get those thick stems, even though the plant is probably not that old. It is a little bit desiccated, but it's probably fine because it has those thick watery stems which can probably hold on to some moisture. So yeah, I will pot this up as soon as I'm done filming, and then this plant should be fine. This plant was 12 euros, which is also a good deal, especially for this more or less special subspecies, which is a little bit more difficult to find, a little bit more rare. And I even saw some pictures where the leaf margins had some magenta coloration, or yeah, maybe brick red coloration to them, probably because they were exposed to some intense sunlight. So I'm really excited to see this plant growing in full sun, and I will report back to you. And yeah, let's find out how this plant will do for me. The 2 most exciting plants are left. The wish list plant, no, 3 plants are left. The wish list plant and 2 plants I'm also really, really excited about because they were surprises, but they were really nice surprises, I guess.
Do you like surprises?
Oh yes, this is really exciting. Let's find out. So this plant is called Uncarina leptocarpa, and I never saw this plant before. I know the other Uncarina, I forgot the name, I will put it on the screen, which has yellow flowers. But Uncarina leptocarpa has white flowers, and I'm really excited because I don't like yellow flowers that much. I'd rather prefer white or cream colored flowers. So I'm really excited to grow this plant. It forms a small shrub or a small tree. depending on how much space you give it and how much space for the root system. And at first I was a little bit hesitant to buy this plant because although it forms a caudex, it doesn't like to dry out that much during the active growth season, which is summer, which can get a little bit difficult, I assume, but I hope that if I will provide this plant with a rather big pot, that it won't be a huge problem. I'm really excited. It has those really nice looking leaves with magenta veining on them. They are hairy and I really like the growth habit, and of course I'm hoping that this plant will flower already during this summer, so fingers crossed that this will happen, and fingers crossed that I don't kill this plant, because this plant was 30 euros and it is quite rare. I haven't seen it anywhere else. It is rather difficult to propagate. It doesn't propagate from cuttings. Seeds germinate really bad, so I simply have to keep this thing alive because it will be probably worth quite a lot. So hopefully it will work, because you're not cheap. This was also a plant which I got my eye on for a long time because it has so much potential that it is just insane. So this plant is called Mestoklema tuberosum with purple flowers, and I can see some damage from probably thrips, but that's not a biggie. I will spray all of these plants anyways to give them some moisture, and I will include some biological pesticide in the spray, so it will be fine. This plant is really amazing because it forms a massive caudex. I will put up some pictures so you will get an idea how this plant can look like in the future, and on top it looks like a pretty standard mesemp with some beautiful purple flowers. So I'm really excited to see if it will flower for me and if it will form a nice caudex. I already like the form of this caudex. It is shiny, it has some cracks, it has a lot of character. It is a little bit dehydrated, but that's fine. It won't die probably. I hope that I will get a nice bonsai out of it, and hopefully a pretty massive caudex which will grow even fatter. Last but most certainly not least, because this is the plant that started this Ipomoea platensis. Yeah, you can see that the upper parts are a little bit desiccated. I will pot this up immediately, and you can already see the pretty big caudex forming. And I think this year I will put it completely underground. I'm just seeing some damaged root, but it just grew out of there like nothing happened. It's supposed to form a huge caudex in no time, so I've seen pictures and apparently you get caudexes this big in a matter of a season, so I'm really excited. You cannot tell right now, but it has really nice leaves and also amazing flowers, so I'm very excited for this plant. And this plant was also just, well, not just, it was 20 euros, which is fine because it is quite rare in Europe. It is rather easy to propagate from seed, from cuttings, I think. Yeah, let's find out, because if this will do good, I will take a lot of cuttings and I will try to sell them and hopefully get my money back. This is really exciting. Hopefully these plants will do good for me. That was it for this week's video. I hope you liked it. It was again another plant haul. I'm so sorry, but as I said, it is normal to splurge on some plants at the beginning of the season, and if you do not, I do not understand you, and if you do, I really like you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing to this channel, and I hope I will see you in the next one. See you, bye!